Hello, everybody. It's me, your boy Cryptid. We're going to be talking about the pulling opinions that I have with the new characters coming out in Zenless Zone Zero. If you like any of this content, please like and subscribe. So, we have two new characters coming out with two new reruns. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We have the new Robin and the new Kafka as our new characters. All right. So Robin here is going to be a awesome support, be an ether support. Obviously, she is going to be pretty overpowered as an S rank unit. And then we have Kafka over here is going to be our new fire DPS, our limited fire DPS. Personally, like her better than Soldier 11. So here's what we're going to talk about. Who should you pull for and who should you not pull for? Just so you guys know, our reruns are going to be Ellen, which unfortunately really doesn't have a standing going on because she has been power creeped. And then immediately after her power creep with Miyabi, they're going to release her and then try and get people to pull on her rerun just for her costume. Which, don't get me wrong, she's pretty strong, but she is nowhere, not even close to as strong as Miyabi. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's really the only reason they're going to throw this rerun out here is because they have a new costume for her. Which, more power to them. And if you are someone who plays this game for the characters and the costumes now, and you want to dress them up, more power to you. Do what you want to do. I'm just talking about meta. How viable are they? So, unfortunately, Ellen is immediately cut out of the pack. Unless you didn't get Miyabi and you just need, for whatever reason, you need an ice DPS, that would be the only reason you would get this character. Otherwise, I would try and invest in other characters that will hold their value longer. Because with her being power crept already, she is just not worth it, unfortunately. She doesn't have the oomph. She doesn't have what it takes to stay viable. Now, our other rerun is going to be Chingy. Now, this one, on the other hand, is a fantastic stun unit. She is always going to be used. She has a fast stun buildup. She has a good dodge counter. She has a good ult for building up. And now that we have separate ults in the game now, we can use that ult more often. She is just an AoE stun unit that is irreplaceable at the moment. She is very good, and if you already have her, we have her W engine coming back, which gives a buff to the whole team, which is also fantastic. Both these units are going to be, I'm not going to say necessary, but if you're not thinking about pulling on one of the two new units, she is right there. Every team wants her, every team needs her. She's good with electric teams, non-electric teams. She is just a fantastic stun unit to have. Now, essentially, if you have a good lineup of DPS, if you have what you need, at least 2 or 3 units of DPS, and you need a good support, so you're not changing around supports all the time, or you're doing the new game mode where you need 3 different teams and you just want this support, she is going to be your go-to support. She's going to be fantastic. That on the other hand, if you have enough supports and you have what you need as a backline and you need that frontline DPS, Evelyn's going to be what you need. She looks like she's going to be doing a lot of damage, a lot of good AoE damage. She's going to thread on people with the Garrot. These two characters look amazing. I personally, because I am broke in the game, I have none left over after getting Miyabi and her weapon. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Me personally, I think I'm probably gonna go for Evelyn because I think I need a third strong DPS. Haramasa just ain't cutting it for me. he just feels so weak. I have him very high crit rate, crit damage. I just feel like I'm not doing anything with him. I want a third good DPS. I tried to invest in him. It just wasn't happening for me. But I have Miyabi now. I have Jane Doe now. I'm gonna get Evelyn. Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna get Astra on her rerun. But like I said, if you have good DPS, you're going to want to go with Astra. If you have good backline, good supports, good stun units, you're going to want to go with Evelyn. And if you just, for some reason, you're good on supports, you're good on damage, but you need a stun unit. You need a good, consistent stun unit. You're gonna want Chingy. She, like I said, I cannot glaze her enough. She is an amazing unit. Always going to be good. She's going to have a fantastic build up. And she's going to fit in any team, honestly, because whether it's a anomaly team, a straight up attack team, or what, you always want the characters to be stunned, because when they're stunned, they're not doing damage, and they also take more damage. It's always a win-win scenario having a good stun unit. And if you're wailing out, get all three of them. You're gonna have an amazingly strong account. She's gonna buff all the units. They shouldn't have anything surrounding her in the Shiyu defense. Probably something with her mechanic, but not really necessarily her ether damage. But they should probably put something around Evelyn. So fire related stuff. So if you have Soldier 11, you could probably get through that. But if we're just talking viability, I think we should be fine, even if we don't have the characters, because there's been plenty of characters that have come out. But I'm 100% going for Evelyn. I like the aesthetic. I like the weapon she uses. I think she's a phenomenal character, and I'm 100% pulling for her. And maybe if I have enough, maybe if I get lucky, I'll get her weapon too. But that's only if I get lucky. But those are my opinions. Also, hopefully these costumes aren't too bad, price wise, at least, because I know we're getting the Nicole one for free, but I hope these ones aren't too expensive, because especially for Ellen, because like I said, she theoretically she's not useful anymore. Already power crept, and the units are gonna only get stronger from here. So unfortunately, it's you're literally just gonna have this just for walking around, and that's all you're gonna be spending your money on, because I don't feel like people are really gonna use the character unless you're a really diehard Evelyn fan. Astra, on the other hand, plenty of people are gonna pull her. Plenty of people like the way she looks, they like how she acts, and they like the character. So of course they're gonna get the outfit change for her. It's just a given. I mean, how could you not at that point? You know what I mean? But those are my opinions. Those are my opinions. Uh, Hopefully you guys like the video. Give me a like and sub. And have a good one. Peace.